All right, guys, a really quick note on the power of belief and suggestions with words. This stuff is really powerful once you really start to apply it and growing your skill and understanding how it works. You can literally bend your reality. Quick story on believing, and there's a story about the magic of believing. In there, it talks about how you can literally disappear from people's sight. And you can be in a room and you're thinking about something, and as soon as someone walks in the room, and it takes a lot of practice to get to this level, but as soon as someone walks in the room, you're like, ah, shit, I don't like that person, they give me bad juju, right? You know, some people when they walk into the room, the sunshine comes in, right? And you know, some people when they walk out of the room, the sunshine comes in, right? So let's say you're with one of those people that you want to leave and the sunshine will come back in. So let's say you're thinking about something and you want to think of something completely abnormal to you, something you don't usually think of. And you also want to have the trust and confidence that you will not be seen, that you're invisible. Sounds goofy, sounds superfluous, but here's a quick story. And please don't share these videos. I'll probably have that beforehand. I was supposed to do it in the first video, but let's just, if you could please not share these videos. Some of the stories I might share, may or may not share, have to do with some people that don't want to be known. This is only for the Crampton team. We got to play to win, right? So some people may know this out there, some people may not, but this is very expensive, so I know they're not coaching. This shit's expensive. So anyways, so there was two mountains, right? And the objective was military operation, and the objective was to shoot the leader, which is on the passenger side of the second vehicle. And we were doing this, yada yada. I took my position, the other guy took his position on the other mountain. And this is why I'm very adamant about the little details and the specifics before this is the specifics matter, especially with the words you use and the suggestions you give. It can fuck someone up or it can change their life forever. And likely so, the specifics in anything in life can save your life, can kill you. So the dude forgot to cover his scope. And if you don't cover your scope with mesh, the sun will reflect off it, and at any angle that you pass by it, it may gleam. So that's exactly what happened. And I was like, man, stupid Kanuki, we're fucking toast, we're gonna die, right? And I don't know where they kind of cleared and searched the area, and they were coming my way, and I was like, fuck. But the cool thing was they were looking at a crow's nest for a sniper. And a crow's nest, well, I mean, you can Google it, you can look it up. But I knew they were gonna go there. So I love watching Nat Geo, and one of the things I used to do over and over is I used to watch lions hunt and prance and hide under the grass. I was like, how the fuck does this big ass kitty cat fit into that short little grass? And so learning that, I applied some of the Animal Kingdom lessons. And I was like, I'm not gonna go there because if I were trying to shoot someone or I was looking for someone, I'm gonna look right there. So what I did was I found just a natural landscape with two minor rocks, and there was a bush in front of it, and I can see straight through the bush. I have cover and concealment. And I was there, but the crow's nest was like up here, right? And so they walked up, and I was like, dude, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna die, this is what I came for, right? I didn't join the military because I was patriotic, I had a death wish. So I was like, all right, this is what I signed up for. And all of a sudden, you know, shit hits the fan, and your gut's like, I don't wanna die. Fuck, man, this is it. And so I'm staring at that, and I put my rifle over my hand, and I go like this, and I put it across, and I throw some dirt all over myself. And I just lay there, and I was like, well, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die comfortably, right? I'm just gonna freaking rack out and go to sleep. And I saw an ant. I was so disassociated, I just left my body. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna stare at this and observe. And I saw a trail of ants walking, and they climbed up my arm. And I was curious, and I have another story about ants when I was 16 or 17, but that's another day. This is a story for another day, but I was observing them, and I just kept focusing on the ants so intently, and I focused so much on them. I saw all the little lines on their exoskeleton that connected the body together. I was like, wow, that's beautiful. Like, you know, I was like, fuck, I'm over. Let me enjoy nature. Let me enjoy God. And as I was observing that, I was like, that's so fucking beautiful. That's fascinating. Look how they're glowing. Like, the ground is glowing. Everything got so bright. And I was like, wow, everything is vibrating. And all of a sudden, I had this random thought, and I was like, man, if I die, I'm gonna come back as an ant. These guys are strong, carrying big ass rocks over their body. And I was like, man, I'm one like the ant. I am the ant, and I'm walking through, and I'm marching. I'm one like the ant, and I'm like the ant, and I'm walking through, and I'm marching. I'm one like the ant, and I am the ant, and I'm walking through, and I'm marching. And I started visualizing myself being a part of that march, and I placed myself in the line of the ants, and I just followed them. And I didn't move, I just lay there, and I just disassociated. So lo and behold, later on, they're coming my way, and I didn't I didn't feel it, but I recognized it because I was it was such an out of body experience. They literally stepped on my elbow and my back and kept walking up the hill. And I was like, fuck it. I just didn't give a fuck. I'm like, whatever, man. I'm gonna die. Fuck it. Like, I'll probably eat a power bar before they shoot me. So I was like, all right, dude, let me chase this, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want. And so they walked on my back and on my shoulder, and I was like, all right, this is it. I'm done. And I just released. I let go. I let go of the outcome, and I was like, it is what it is. And they kept going, and they got to the top of the hill, and you know, pretty much they didn't find anything as they were communicating. They walked back down. And the guy's like, nope, they're never alone. They have a spotter and a sniper or whatever. And they're like, go again and clear it out. And I just stayed there and they went again. And I was like, all right, if they didn't get me the first time, this is it. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna forget about it. I'm gonna stare at these ants. And they literally stopped like 2 feet in front of me. We're looking over and over, and I'm right fucking there. And I'm just like, all right, whatever, fuck it. And then they left. And I couldn't explain for the life of me why they couldn't find me. I was plain open. I didn't have anything on me. I had my military uniform. Everything was obviously camo. The only thing I had was dirt over my actual skin, my hands, and I had my hat on. Like, I think I had my hat on. It was like that, but I think I put my hat like this. So it was nuts, but this stuff works. And I totally forgot why I even shared that story. But oh yeah, the power of belief. So the second thing about the power of belief is there was this guy, and this guy, a friend of my mentors, and he called me one day. He's like, hey, dude, you got to meet this guy. He comes from your mom's native country and native town. And dude, where my mom comes from, they don't really have electricity. They still speak the native language of Zapotec, the native dialect. Anyways, it's a really nice dialect. And they still use old school gas things, mud huts and herd and all that. And I was like, yeah, cool. No, that's cool. Like, what's there to learn from him? He's like, dude, you got to come. You got to come to this leadership meeting. I was like, all right, well, why? You know, I was like, I got this, I got that. And I was like, I gotta prepare for the military. And he was like, yeah, but it's gonna be worth it. And so we kept going, and we were in the conversation. And finally, he's like, look, man, you gotta come here because this guy can't read or write. I was like, well, he can't read or write. What the fuck? Well, where are we going? And he's like, look, dude, you gotta come. This guy makes 1.5 million cash residual passive in the bank. I was like, what? And he can't read or write? Oh, fuck, I'm there. And so I went there, and all he spoke about was tonality and communicating. And he's like, you know, I don't tell people I can't read or write, but I have an assistant, and they'll read and write it for me. You know, he just dictates everything. So the reason why he's important in the power of belief is he was at a conference, a leadership meeting, and one of his mentors, or the people that he was following and learning from, invited him out to a dinner, right? And it's kind of like that Dinner for Schmucks, if you've seen that movie. But he invited him out to dinner, and he kind of was an idiot. And he was like, hey, man, come on over, hang out with the big guys, you know, the big boys. And he's like, yeah, dude, I'd love to learn as much as I can from you. And he's right there, and he's sitting there having a meeting, and out of nowhere, this guy is just like, that guy right there, that Mexican, he's doing great. He's going to be the biggest organization we ever see. He's going to change the world. And that guy believed it. He was just like, wow, he just validated me in front of all of his friends. I think I gotta go, guys. But he just validated me in front of all of his friends. So yeah, this guy, he got approved and accredited in front of all these ballers, right? And he's just a small guy. And so just a quick thing on psychology is you can go to a stranger and just, maybe they might not, but just ask them to do a random exercise, and you gotta reciprocate. And like, you gotta say something positive about yourself. So be like, hey, I have greatness within me, and I am achieving my greatness every day. I'm doing it now. And the stranger has to be, yeah, you do have greatness within you, and you are achieving greatness, and you are doing it now. And because it's a stranger and they have no emotional connection or ulterior motive or any relation, you're gonna notice a fuzzy feeling, and it's called accreditation or approval. And you're gonna feel great because it was a total stranger that did it. So that's a little bit on psychology on why this works. But point is, this guy believed in him, and later on he's giving him speech on his success and speech patterns and linguistics and quantum language and whatnot. And he was just like, yeah, dude, and that guy believed in me. And they went out to dinner. He's like, dude, thank you so much for believing in me. You changed my life. This, that, and the third, whoop-de-whoop. And he's like, I love you so much. I can't believe the results I got. Couldn't have done this without you. I've learned so much from you guys. And the guy was just like, stop. He's like, what? He's like, stop, knock it off. Like, this is the worst pain I've ever felt. And the guy couldn't understand. He's like, what do you mean? And he was like, that night that I told you that, I didn't give a shit about you. I didn't believe in you at all. I just said it because I thought I was being funny. And the guy looked at him, and it broke his heart. He's like, what? I thought you believed in me, dude. Like he had so much rapport that he was able to influence him with one phrase. And look at the result, 1.5 million cash per month. And he was like, damn. And he's like, yeah, dude. And he's like, so it kind of breaks my heart that you're edifying me over and over and over when what I told you wasn't true to me. He's like, I really didn't believe in you. I didn't give a shit. I think you were gonna make it past the next year. And he's like, well, I don't care. Either way, I'm grateful. And thank you for saying that. Even though you don't believe in it, I believed it. And look at the result. My family's better off. My children are better off. They have private schools. They're like, we don't have to worry about money for the next 5 generations. Like, thank you so much for those words and that suggestion. Even though you didn't believe in me, it helps me believe in me. So that's a little segment on belief. The more you understand or the more competent you are in something, the more confidence you'll have. And the more confidence you'll have in that, the more your belief will increase. And so that's how you can increase your belief in anything you want in the world. And the more belief you have, kind of like when Steve Jobs is like, on his deathbed, when I look back, looking forward, nothing makes sense. But when I look back, you connected all the dots to how he got to where he was. So that increases belief and trust in the process of life to just keep moving forward. So that's that, guys. Always speak happiness, always speak progress, always speak prosperity, and dare to live. Make it a great day, guys.